All right. Yo, 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 what's goody? I know it's Friday night, but I have to welcome you to the party scene. Yo, 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 what's goody? It's your girl, Lady Kane, and even though it's Friday night, I want to welcome you to the party scene. Yes, yes, yes. That's right. I am coming to you live from the Grind Factory, one of our number of lovely sponsors. One of our lovely sponsors. We are in the building. We are in the building. We are live, coming to you live here on Facebook, Salute, on YouTube, Salute, on Spreaker, Salute. Listen, we everywhere. We everywhere, dog. We everywhere. We made it. We woke up this morning. We are here. We made it. Let me tell ya. Oh, well. Well, I see I got a little Don DeMarco. Ah, well, hello there. Hello. What's goody, y'all? Happy Friday! We made it! Before I go any further, I gotta give a big. This thing's not gonna let me do right. I gotta give a big salute and RIP to my big dog, Vader. RIP to the Grind Factory Kayne dog.
OG.
That was the OG of the pack.
Partner.
It's mine is in the building. What's goody, son? I'm having a little bit of a technical difficulty myself. My phone is so weird because it's like it will only let me share from certain points. So, but we in the building and we finna make this thing shake like we always do. So, like I said, it's Thursday. I know tonight normally we would be doing a little bit of major shenanigans, but because of the week that we have had, we got to do us some party team, child. We got to let our hair down. I had to bust out one of my wigs for this one, child. I had to get cute. Listen, I got to thank the universe because for me personally, in getting through this situation, I was able to let the weather was through for those couple of days to allow us that time to kind of have that. Then the sun came out today, like, all right now, keep it going, cause he was going to stay with y'all because of how y'all rock. So we in the building. Drinking and smoking. It's the party team. Go ahead. I ain't finna see. Y'all do your thing, child. YOLO. One more sure. So tonight I got some crazy stuff I want to talk about. Thank you. Mine said R.I.P. Vader. Yes, sir. Tonight, what I want to talk about, I done heard some of the craziest sex stuff this week and ran across some of the craziest sex stuff. And this story right here is for my guy Mun. I'm going to change this story specifically for him because, I read this and said, I need to holler at him because I could possibly qualify for doing something like this on his behalf. In Georgia, there was a man who died during a threesome and his family ended up getting $3 million. What? That was an expensive ass nut.
That package was expensive.
Baby. Let's get into it. Apparently, this gentleman by the name of William His family was originally seeking $5 million in a medical malpractice case that claimed a cardiologist failed to warn him to stay away from physical activity. He was 31 years old. And this took place here, oops, in Gwinnett County. I wish I had my Price is Right horn. Bum, 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 bum. MJ done knocked over the drink in the background. What is wrong with her?
Moving my shoe out.
I give out. Y'all can laugh. We at the party scene. I gotta give a shout out to my dog Sugar in the building. She hanging out here with us in here. So apparently he was a 31-year-old man who the cardiologist failed to tell him that he should have stayed away from physical activity. The jury in Gwinnett County sided with his family and they agreed to $3 million because they said he was 40% liable for his own death. Apparently, he was a husband and father of 2, and he engaged in a threesome with a friend and another woman who was not his wife.
Entanglement.
MJ had it really bad because he said that. How much did she drink of that drink?
Not that much.
McGee. Mine said he done with threesomes. Tell me about it, son. Marcella, she said it's the threesome news. Oh yeah, babe, I got quite a bit of threesome news for y'all tonight, boo. But mine. You saying you done with threesomes, but hold on, because this man's family got $3 million, and he was a married man. I'll get back to the story. He was a married man with 2 kids, and apparently him and his friend and another woman had a threesome. So the week before this threesome, he went to the doctor in Lawrenceville, the cardiovascular group, complaining of chest pain that shot up his arm.
Oh, that's a warning sign.
That's a warning sign. Don't y'all pay attention to the Bayer and Aspirin commercials? Don't they be telling you the 3 signs? All right,
They always tell you that.
What's she doing over there?
Marcella said no.
No, it wasn't me. Marcella, now I ain't gonna hold you. I looked at one of these stories and wondered if it was you. Because I know how my girl Marcella gets down. So apparently, he was supposed to have a test scheduled for his heart. They were going, I guess, do a little heart check. But the day before the test, he decided to have this threesome.
Wow.
I mean, right.
He's got a problem.
His attorneys have argued that the cardiologist neglected to tell him to refrain from getting too physical, presumably any sexual activity, before the test was performed. Now, hold up. This man is 31 years old and went to the doctor because he said he was having, we scroll back up, he was having chest pains. He was having chest pains that shot up his arm. And you mean to tell me that the doctor had to tell him to not refrain from physical activity before the test? And actually was going to have to come out his mouth and say, sex? Okay. So for anybody in the room who don't know, because you could be one of these people who don't know, when you engage in sexual activity, your heart rate increases. So, just getting turned on for some people, your heart rate starts getting up there. So, if you know this, does the doctor really gotta tell you to not do it?
No.
Okay. Apparently in this case, Kayne. So here we go. The legal team for Mr. William said he had high blood pressure and his heart was at risk of having clogged arteries.
Oh boy.
At 31? Sheesh.
That is.
That means it was something for real.
Now, at this time, it is unclear whether his wife or two sons would be benefiting financially from the judgment. So it's odd that they mentioned that, because who would be the estate that would be suing? Are you telling me his parents? Because they saying it's unclear if the family, if the wife and the two kids
Yeah, I would have thought that
would
would
be benefiting. So, all right, we got a lot to unpack out this story.
yeah. Why is the wife the one making that?
Well, we don't know. They just say the estate. So this, to put that little drop of sprinkle at the end of shade, tells me it wasn't him. It's mom and dad.
And then they include the grandkids?
Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. You know it's the mom and dad. He cheated. He cheated. So she's not, her first mind is not going to be,
Let me get
let me
the
do
money.
malpractice.
Yeah.
It's going to be like that. Dog, that.
Right.
So hold up. This man, the day before he was supposed to go. Okay, Mun, the answer to your question, is he adopted? I could benefit from the money. He died. The whole point of this was he died. So, no. I'm good. My bad. He's not adopted. He died. He cheated on his wife and died.
That's what they trying to tell you. You maybe shouldn't do certain things.
Look, so jumping into astrology real quick, I read something the other day that said Capricorn, did not do bad stuff because we get our karma. I've got my karma. I asked people, I asked this on Facebook a year ago, but nobody responded. Yeah, I've got my karma. I live in it, I have. And I've got other people's too. But that's a whole nother story. That's a whole other conversation. But the man cheated on his wife and had a threesome with his friend and some girl, probably a random, and died because his heart gave. The family, the estate, which we gonna assume, Marcella said, damn, right? So we're gonna assume that it's his mother and father in them filed this law. And it's crazy because they said he was 40% responsible, but the doctor was 60% responsible because the doctor did not specifically tell this man who had chest pains that was shooting up his arm and had a history of clogged arteries and high blood pressure. But they didn't specifically tell. No. Mine say this nigga the goat. How?
Explain that. Where is my idol? You said.
How is he? He said literally my idol. Of course. We are talking to East Point. We just had it the last time I talked to you. Not Ray. Yeah, Ray J. Yeah, East Point's Ray J. Marcella said, cheater, watch out, karma coming at you. Babe, in a big way. The day before. So here's the question. Should his wife and kids be, I'm nodding my head when I ask this question. Should his wife and kids be entitled to some money?
Yes, they should.
Yes, he cheated.
They should.
And he was so young. And he cheated. Hey, I understand why you say that's your idol. I get it, dog.
Steve J.
Right. My bad. We are talking to East Point Stevie J. So I would expect this guy to respect this guy, but he died. Stevie J. He died. So I don't quite know. Marcella said, please tell me her name wasn't Karma, was it? To be honest, Marcella, they didn't tell us in the article what the wife's name was. But I'm gonna be real. They live here in Lawrenceville. We'll know. We'll be able to find out. real quick. Let me see. So yeah, you all agree that the wife is totally entitled to some money, right?
She gotta get her percentage.
She should. And he didn't die on the job. You know what I'm saying? He didn't die like on a ski trip or something like that. He died in the building. Mun said cheaters never win and winners don't die from sex. To be honest, technically he kind of won. I mean, because it sounds like, so the thing is, they put the date he died, which was March 12th, but they didn't put the date, like, what the time frame was between. So what my assumption is he had this affair and died within like a day or so. If not, I don't think he died that day, but he could have died that day. Baby, let me tell you. Lesson, what is y'all's lesson learned? MJ, what's your lesson learned? You decide to go out there and have a freaking night. What you gonna do?
Make sure I'm in the capacity to survive.
Hey, damn, that's a good idea. All right. What you gonna do when you decide to have a freakum night? What's your lesson learned from this story? No strings attached. I don't fuck with that nigga right now, but shouts out to Kayne. He produced this and recorded. No strings attached. Nah, baby, yeah, you trying to. Anyway. Baby. I don't know what's worse. Well, anyway, yeah, I ain't even gonna say what's worse because we'll jump into that possibly later. Okay, so. In winning some type of money from a situation, I'm gonna jump. This isn't a threesome, but this is interesting, and this took place in Canada. Really interesting. In Canada, a woman was granted an annulment. Thank you, Mun. I forgot to ask y'all what was your lesson learned. Mun's lesson is when he has a freakum night, he's gonna calm down and don't bust. Salute, because that was the problem. He busted and then he died. So that's what everybody watching. If you gonna cheat, calm down and don't bust. Yeah, East Point CBJ said I'm with him on that. I got to love that comment, my guy. I got to. That was lit. You're right. Calm down and don't bust, because that's how they die. Now, in this situation, it doesn't even matter if you calm down, don't bust, because she got paid. This woman in Canada got an annulment of her marriage after she was able to prove that her husband was impotent and had not consummated the union. What? Baby, people get it bad everywhere. All right. You heard that right. She got her marriage annulled, which means it never happened. Because she was able to prove that her husband was impotent. And what that means, he's not getting erection. And they had not consummated the union, which means they had not got it in. Hadn't been no bust down, bust open, nothing. Apparently, they had attended a pre-marriage counseling at a church, but there were no sexual health issues disclosed at that time. They had not lived together with one another before their marriage, and they did not attempt to have sex before the marriage. Okay, I like this already. Okay. Apparently, after they got married in August of 2018, from August to March, they attempted sexual intercourse regularly. Oh, okay, all right, attempted.
So they never gave up.
The wife claimed that they attempted sex twice a week, while the husband said he tried to initiate at least 3 times a week. So he capped. The wife is right, it's twice, because he capped. Because he didn't say 5. one extra day. Cap. He said, oh, okay. They were unable to have sexual intercourse because the husband was not able to obtain or maintain an erection. In June, that's almost a year, y'all, she asked him to see a doctor about his sexual problem. But he put off seeing a doctor, and when he did, tests indicated that nothing was wrong with him. Finally, in September, so she gave it a year. She said enough, because they talked about having kids, but obviously this was going to happen. So she asked for an annulment or a declaration that the marriage had not existed, rather than a divorce, for reasons based on her religious faith. Oh, give me him. Take that back. That's why she wasn't trying to get it in beforehand, because she is religious.
I figured that was the only reason right there.
So the judge gave it to her, and okay. So, okay. I thought that she had got paid too, but she didn't. I might be thinking about. Oh, that's another one that I think I might have saw, where they had. Oh, it is. Yeah, that's another story. Where she had been kind of like his mistress, but someone in a relationship with him, and then ended up suing him when he broke up with her. He tried to cap in court, talking about, she was just my travel companion. You know, she just went with me to a few places, and she ended up getting paid. She's getting alimony. I got to pull your article up. I don't have it, and I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I gotta find that article because I don't have it, and I'm surprised I remember it. But yeah. So she got the marriage annulled because he was impotent and went to the doctor, and the doctor said wasn't nothing wrong. So,
oh my goodness.
Let me tell you something, Marcella. So Marcella said a penile transplant is a must. Get the penis catalog out so she can pick one out. Let me tell you what the most desperatest real life thing I've heard in my life. Somebody did this for real. No cap. So this guy, he's not very large. His penis is small. And, you know, the wife was cheating on him. We know these people, but I ain't gonna say their name. So the wife was kind of stepping out from time to time. And you checked on the news. And I'm cooking in the middle of trying to do this. What's wrong with him? And so the wife, he was like, look, I don't want you to just necessarily leave. We trying to save face. But what I want to say is, look, you can just go. My penis ain't big, and it wasn't. So I know I ain't satisfying you. Just let me have sex with you from time to time. But you can go sleep with some other men and get your satisfaction. So would you do that in a relationship? If you were in a relationship with somebody and you were not being satisfied, what do you do?
Honestly,
she stuck it out for a year.
I would move on. Like, what made her last a year? Was it
love?
Money?
Not love. Just think about it. If you are not having sex with anyone, so it doesn't say if they were virgins. It just says they weren't having sex before marriage. They get together, and when you obviously you cared about this person, so try to work it out. And you can't be having conversations about kids and stuff with a person. You don't want to go to a doctor to get yourself seen, but I mean, you stick it out for a year and a month and say, you know what? Because at this point, as a woman, I guess I would feel like, okay, well, you just don't like me.
Yeah, I mean, how I already said I was in a relationship and the person made me feel like that, and it wasn't even anything like that. So. Yeah, I can definitely see, since this situation is way more serious than what I went through, I would definitely be like, it's time to go. Because I lasted about a year in my situation too, after I decided that this is just some bull crap. But
Marcella said love is impotent, just like him. Look, let me tell you. Yeah, piggybacking on what she said. Would you stick out impotence? And also, what I consider an immature lover. And I said it properly because I mean it. Immature. When he won't or she won't. And I would say he, because typically I think it's a man. But when they won't take their clothes off and they want to have sex with you with their clothes on.
Bobby! Bubby.
Insecure.
Can you deal with that in a
That
relationship
no,
or not?
no. He's right though. It's very insecure. You can't be in a relationship with a person like that when you're sitting there trying your best to be humble and like okay, so you know how most people in relationships don't really realize or pay attention or care enough to be genuine through the entire relationship.
Oh yeah.
I was one of those people, and I still am to this day, where I'm genuine. He at some point decided that he was gonna do whatever and just go with, and it's just after a while you be like, nah, it's not working no more.
I've never had that experience.
If you if
If I was in a
because
situation,
you don't have to be in this to understand how you would ended up in it.
How would you feel if you were in a relationship with a girl and y'all about to get it on, and she's like, okay, you can take everything off to here. Every single time.
Every time.
You get no boob action.
Every time.
Every time. In your case, what would you do if you're trying to have sex with a guy and all he does is unzip the pants and whip that out and leave everything on?
Including a jean jacket.
Except for the shoes, but he still even got on the socks.
No. All he take off is the shoes. I don't know about that, dog.
No.
Could you? I think after the second time, I ain't gonna lie, after the first time, you can't do that again. After the first time.
You know, I can understand it if people say like this is a quickie somewhere, but we ain't gotta do
I
all
don't care the quickie.
What if they're in public? You trying to get butt naked in public?
Well, let's look after that. I look good. They should be honest. But yeah, I don't care for quickie. I mean, I get it if you gotta do all that, but yeah, I don't want my weight. That's we want to take our clothes off in the state. You know what I'm saying? It's sexy. You know, when you're young, that's all you thinking that you lay up and do. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Now that we get here, we're supposed to rush. Take that off. Turn down the lights. Put on some music. Some music. Yeah, get to it. Well, we gotta take our clothes. We gotta have something else. Now you can't be still talking about I got my Rockefeller, jean jacket on and my, you know what I'm saying, this shirt, this that's immature. That's immature. You gotta take them childish games on across the street to that daycare because I don't do that to me. Because to me, if you telling me so we got the lights on too, huh? Like, you know what I'm saying? Windows open, like, dang, you are
Marcella.
Are you insecure with yourself? Okay, all right. Marcella said, I had a man little penis before with 2 ex-wives. I understood why. With red stripper drawers. I have seen babies with bigger. Right. The man I'm talking about, Marcella, that's how that man looked. The man I'm talking about, that's how small he was. So, yeah, I'm with you. With you. Hold on. I mean, so Marcella, could you deal with a guy who wouldn't take it? Could you deal with a guy who wouldn't take his clothes off? And Mun, if you're still here, could you deal with a girl? Well, you are East Point Stevie J. You don't care. You don't care. The impotence thing. I wouldn't immediately say, oh my God. It could be. You can be stressed. You can have something going on. So I give you a little time. I give you a few times to try to work it out. But then after a while, I'm straightforward enough. I'm just gonna ask you, okay, so you're just not like me, like
right?
I would just have to ask. Now I don't know. Maybe she did, and he was like, "Oh no, baby." Who knows? But you see what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, that. And see, there's another thing.
That's
So
what I want to
so
know. What's going on in his next
he
relationship?
told her.
That's
So
what I
we're gonna
wanna
go with that. He, oh no, baby, no, it's not like that, it's not like that, it's not like that. And then he does it again and again.
know.
And every time you confront him, he keeps saying it's not like that. It's not like that. Nah, it's not like that. It's not like that. So at what point do you say, nah, it is like that? And here's the question. When you're not married, do you go find your own?
And if you can't get it from that person and you really want that, then you gotta go get it from somewhere.
Do you communicate that you're doing it?
I mean, I would out of respect.
Yeah, but I
for
feel like
other person.
right, but
Now
when you're
gonna
in a
have whole nother
relationship,
can of
people
worms.
tend to get very jealous.
Correct. And then to be honest, how do you tell a person I'm not sexually satisfied?
Without them getting offended.
Right. How do you tell them that?
And it's like K-Tech does all of us. F your feelings, get over it, work through it.
But you gotta remember, everybody's not like that.
And this is that.
That's that is the most intimate thing, you know. People are very sensitive when it comes to
She'll say,
size, shape. Right.
Bitches is petty. She'll say that.
Yeah, like why do you think the first thing that come out of people's mouths is that's why the sex wasn't even that good?
Right.
Or
Which is a
that's
lie
why your
because
dick
you
was
would have been
small.
gone.
That's
You would have been gone.
right.
Like,
Or it always be then.
I think women who do that, they make me laugh like, because you would have been gone and moved on if that was the case. I never told her.
Exactly.
Because that's just dumb. Like, we would be that way. So, what really spawned all of this off, which is a whole nother topic, child. And this took place here in Georgia. Now, allegedly this didn't happen. Allegedly it did. But the way that these things systems get down, I'm going to tell you it happened. But before I move, Marcella said, no, sorry. Very rude about the penis. Don't talk about it. Let's get the party rolling. We'll tell right away. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be, because I feel like, okay, if you don't be honest about that, that means you're not taking care of yourself too, right? So at some point, you know, you do have to be a little selfish, but then again, it's like, okay, so how do you know that it wasn't just, okay, this one time we messed around, it sucked. But they could just been having an off day. So do you go back and try again or do you just do it?
I would try again.
Try again.
You know, like,
Okay, this is not a relationship. This is somebody you've been eyeing and they've been sexy as fuck. And they finally give you the opportunity to crack. But it sucked.
I'm
You
not-
go back again?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of petty. No.
Okay, so you're a no. You can be honest. You gonna move? Okay.
It depends on the person.
Okay.
He mean how big her booty is.
I was gonna say the same thing. They said depends on the person.
I get another shot. They being cute. I get another
Yeah, I
shot.
try at least one more time, man. But if that,
Now, and I probably would tell him. Now, I probably would say, now look.
yeah.
After 2 times, I'll probably be like, that's it.
Now, that's my thing. After 2 times, I have to say, now look.
They ain't got to get.
I gave you 2 shots. Something wasn't right. Try to give you a third. You know, give you your best shot. This is it. Third time is it. No more. No more.
That's only because I ain't got nothing better to do.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. She don't want to waste. You know, Megan said she don't like to waste bodies, so she sometimes continues sex with exes.
I've heard of a lot of people doing that, and honestly, that's not the stupidest thing because you at least know that person. But no, that's not true though. I can't really say it
Because
because
what if you're not the only one
that they've been with, especially since that's the ex.
Is there anything wrong with that?
The question would be then, why were y'all exes in the first place? If y'all had,
We just could have good sex, but we can't be in a relationship. But the sex is fun.
Okay, so
She's not
Marcella
wrong.
said if you can't say it, you say it. Keep your vibrator ready with fresh batteries. Might even use it and slap him with the juice. I am
Oh,
too
my
old to be
Lord.
waiting now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, Marcella. Yes, ma'am. We are too low. At what point, at what point you say me? Hello, me? Because, okay, so, right. Let's say you want to keep the whole sexy X because I want to reduce my body. But let's say that X has got you and two others. And you are all using protection. Is that okay?
No, I still don't trust it. I still don't trust it.
Okay. You're using protection with them.
I don't trust
Like
it.
somebody gonna get a little too obsessive with something and figure we are in a relationship, we sleeping together.
That usually happens at some point. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
They start to get
And then
clingy.
Right.
You finally let them in that one time, they get clingy, and then it's I can't leave you alone, and now I got to bother you all day, every day. It's like, oh Lord, I don't know why I did that in the first place.
So that's what I was about to say, because that's something you kind of got to keep in mind when you first dip your toe out there. You can create a stalker.
Yep.
Someone who won't leave you alone.
Yep,
How do you handle that?
block them.
Okay.
Block them.
I'm sorry, I said that too quickly. Block them.
Block. Block. All right. How does anybody else in the room deal with that?
I can be too nice. I'm still working on that.
I am too.
That's why I'm saying that. I went through the way too nice, give two chances, or we try to stay friends to try to make it work. That typically still doesn't work.
Right.
Depending on the person.
I had somebody mama try to tell me that being friends might just make the relationship work better. Y'all might need to take a break and just be friends. And I was sitting there looking like, what the hell are you talking about? Just stop and be friends. If we're already in a relationship, who takes a break and then just be like, okay, buddy.
If I take a break, I'm seeing somebody else.
Exactly.
I'm going to be 1,000% honest. We're on a break.
Exactly, but see, that's the kind of stuff that I said, and then it was like, okay, well, that's not the type of break I'm talking about,
That's the
and
type of
that's
break
why I
I'm
was
on.
like, well, then I guess you don't want to
That's
do
the type of
that.
break I'm on. That's the type of break I'm on. All these dudes was in my DMs. I'm trying to schedule a couple of days. I won't be pulling out my watch.
And then you'll be mad
Or
when I don't
pulling
come
up at some
back.
duck ass. Okay, so hold up. Because people are doing this right now, I think, in dates. He wants you to take you out on a date, and he takes you to some duck ass Mexican restaurant where they got some duck ass all you can eat fake bar for $1.50 if you just buy $1.50 drink and you can eat off some duck ass bar. And that's the date. What you do?
What? Is that supposed to be a first date?
Just a date. Some people do it as a first date, but just a date. I see some dudes who try to say, let's go get some coffee. That's just a couple of dollars.
So like if I'm going to take someone,
You tell him that your work is better than that, and he better suck something.
That gives me the impression that you want to have the ability to just duck and run if you just don't like what's going on. You're not really trying to spend the time to get to know.
Huh.
That's
So you see it as a duck and run. Okay.
Get it done.
You don't really hear it.
Cheap. They being cute. It's in a cheap. Buffet. Okay. I only respect the buffets at Golden Corral.
What would you do if he brought his mama along too?
Oh
no, I'm going home.
yeah, that's
over with.
We grown
That's
or teenage?
That's a family dinner.
Are we grown or teenagers because mom brought us here? Clarify. We gotta clarify. We grown, right? We grown.
Yeah, we grown.
Why? Is he her home health aide?
That'd be the only.
Or
only
she's
way
his home health aide? Are they each other's nurse? Are they the caretaker? Because other than that, why she?
the only time something like that can happen is because it's a planned event. Like you plan to all meet together and have this.
We should be having dinner at her house in her kitchen. We should be
Or
spending
at
a day.
I'm about to say, or at least where we not just paying for a drink and eating off a free bar.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, I think I'm
What? She said we gonna pull up to the Mexican restaurant, but we don't want a table. I didn't know this thing existed. We don't want a table. We're gonna sit over here at this buffet bar. I don't want a plate. I just want a medium water. Get the fuck out of here. He just paid for a cup. That's all he paid for was a cup. And now we can eat off the bar. Oh yeah, all we gotta do is just buy water. We can eat off the bar.
wait a minute.
No hot and fresh food.
How you know?
No, how many little piece got $5? He ain't got that. He ain't got
Not even $5.
$5.
Maybe $1.50 for the cup, like she said.
Girl, did he pay your $1.50 or did I have to pay my $1?
He probably made it go half on
Your
it.
mama paid it.
The change that he collected from the bottom of his car paid for.
The glove compartment thing.
Hold up.
Oh, damn.
So, mom, boyfriend, and me, we're plugged into the Mexican restaurant parking lot. Bet we finna get some margaritas. We finna get some queso. We finna be lit. And they say, oh, no table. When they walk in the door, they, oh, table for 3? No. Right. So red flag. No. Wait. No, time. You don't get nervous because we're going to the bar. That's what you did. Oh, okay, we're going to eat the bar. He says, oh, no. We're going over here to the Let me get 3 waters. What that? Water? That's free. What are we doing? Oh, the water to go in our drink. Yeah, I do that too. I get a water. I always go by drink. No. We're going to buy this water because over here, this buffet, this little bar, all you got to do is get the free toppings and make you some little nachos. They make nachos, tacos. Nachos. They got little fake nacho tacos. That's some cheap.
So exactly.
And your mama paid. So she paid, but $3.75, man. Baby, I done fed the family $7 for that. And we didn't eat in no buffet bar.
Oh.
I'm cutting ties after that.
I have to go to the well, yeah, that would be the last time you saw.
You got that? Oh.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Depending on where I was at in life, but I would have to say, and I'm gonna find my way to the bar while I'm ordering my margarita, my queso, and then come fight.
Right at that.
So I don't do all this when I come to the Mexican restaurant. Mexican restaurant isn't that expensive. Like, I've gone to the Mexican restaurant and with 3 people, we done spent $100 and something. But we had top shelf. Now, that's going to Kayne. Get top shelf drinks and all that stuff. And then I done gone and spent maybe $20. Then we had, you know what I'm saying? But I like queso. That's $3, so I budget that. I like margarita. I gotta know how much I'm gonna spend before I go because I know what I like. But to have your mom hold us, you are grown, and this is not even $3. Marcella said my girl saying her right. Like this ain't even $3. That's barely $3.75. And his mama. Pull out your chain. Look who just got busy this afternoon. Get out of here. And she ain't gonna have the nerve to want to keep your clothes on when y'all get so you don't feed me. And then I'm gonna be itching and rubbed up on this jacket. She got way more patience than I because I fuck him now. Okay, I'm gonna get into this this story here. These three were obviously not in this space, so they was having to worry about spending $1.50 at the doggone buffet at the Mexican restaurant. There is an elderly couple and one of their friends who allegedly had a 72-hour-long sex marathon, and they all suffered heart attacks and passed away almost simultaneously.
72 hours?
Viagra.
Right, that's 3 days.
Did they stop?
No, maybe.
Oh, they had to.
They had to. So they're 83. The couple were 83 and 80. 83-year-old man, 80-year-old wife. And they were found dead in their residence along with a neighbor and longtime friend.
Keep going out.
With a bang.
I was about to say, with a bang.
Let's go. Woo!
86-year-old.
Right.
They're 86-year-old. So all of this is a Sophia Petrillo story, like all day long.
Yes.
83-year-old husband, 80-year-old wife, and 86-year-old neighbor.
They were really living their best life. Yes.
Y'all heard what I said, right?
Say that one more
Yeah, you heard what I said. 83-year-old husband, 80-year-old wife, and 86-year-old male freak. What the fuck was Thelma doing? 2 guys and a girl? Thelma. She was,
If you know what a threesome look like.
Marcella said, talk about coming while going. My shiro. She said,
My shiro.
Baby. So, they were all found naked on their bed. And important quantities of erectile dysfunction drugs were found on a nearby nightstand, suggesting they died during sexual intercourse. Oh, my lamb. I gotta stop before I go any further. Hold them. Forget these niggas. Hold them. Because her grandbaby and her poor children have to live with finding her. Forget the dead part. Forget naked. But in the middle of a threesome. Cause I ain't had one. She's 80. Dying in the middle of it. Damn. Shit. Do they insurance? Do they get insurance? Do they insurance policies get validated on that? Cause technically,
Oh Lord.
like almost on paper, when you squint real hard at the fine print, that's almost suicide. Almost.
Oh.
Almost.
Oh God, that is so true.
You are 80, 83, and 86, and y'all got tons of Viagra? That's suicide.
They've been doing this long
That's
before. They knew
suicide.
exactly what they were
Woo,
doing.
these people had so much fucking Viagra in their system, they had heart attacks at the same goddamn time.
They said they've been doing it so long. They know what they do.
Not with all that fucking Viagra in their system.
That's why they got the Viagra. They've been keeping supplies.
So here's where it gets worse. Oh, yeah, we don't take it started.
She said yes.
Here's where it gets worse. So here's where it gets worse. Because it gets worse. Like, I thought I was surprised from just reading the first one, but I'm not. I'm like, what? Here's where it gets worse. For my girl Thelma. Forget these dudes. My girl Thelma. But fuck them. Apparently,
shit.
There was video evidence found on the site. They found several hours
Afterwards,
of video recording showing all 3 victims involved in sexual intercourse during the days before they died.
Where are the cameras?
Good question. It also shows both men ingesting large quantities of erectile dysfunction drugs. Who gave them future mixtape? Percocet. Miley Percocet. Let me tell y'all. Apparently, the lieutenant said the victim's heart problems may have been caused by excessive drug use and overly intense physical effort. We found hundreds of similar videos in the couple's house showing they were used to this kind of intense sexual marathon. You can't call it. The evidence suggests they pushed a bit too far this time for their age and condition, but we'll have to wait for the autopsy to be sure.
So how many years of evidence? How many years of tapes did they find? Like, how long has this going on?
Probably for quite some time. What I want to know is how long old Jebediah, the friend, had been involved. That's his name. I was using their names. I didn't make them say something. That's what their name. So here's where I guess I'll do a public service now. Several thousand Americans die every year during sexual activity, most commonly of heart problems caused by excessive physical effort. Erectile drug overdoses have also become more common over the last few years, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. In 2017, less than 11,000 deadly overdoses associated with erectile dysfunction drugs were reported across the state, while more than 23,000 were reported in 2018 and almost 39,000 in 2019. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, more than 70% of these deaths implicated contraband or counterfeit drugs rather than legitimately prescribed ones. That's what I think happened. They had fake. Do they got fake Viagra? That's fucked up.
they probably.
I can't do that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I don't know. So Marcella said that's her she-roll. 80-year-olds getting it in like that. Yes. Y'all gonna be doing threesomes in your 80s?
No. I expect
Not in my 80s.
playing golf or something.
If you want to try something like that, I don't think you do it while you're younger.
I would think so.
I mean, I want to be living in my 80s, but not no threesomes.
Oh, you doing it like that?
I'm with you. We are doing that shit. Hell yeah. Yes. Why not?
Living life.
You guys know that
YOLO.
in the senior citizen population, they have a high count of STDs. Because
Yes.
they get their age range, just throw caution to the wind.
Yeah,
They don't use protection because no one can get pregnant. But they don't think about the fact that you have sexually transmitted diseases. So, here's a question. Could Jebediah's family sue that couple? Think about what we talked about a little while ago. Because they could say, yeah, I'm going to be Jebediah's family. You guys trapped my grandfather in your house for 3 days and forced him to be a sex slave. I have video evidence that you shoved these drugs down his throat.
But did they show? Because see, it'd be different if he was there against his will and it said that Jebediah was like forced into it. But it doesn't sound like that.
Trying to talk them into it.
It sounds like he wanted to.
He was tied down the entire time or something.
So it's too late.
Yes, Marcella is with me. She plan on still doing my best sex in my 80s. Yes, ma'am. But I ain't gonna lie. Now that I read this story and since my children in the room, if that's the best way I got to go, y'all might have to just find me. I'm just telling you that. Get your 97-year-old head, okay?
I don't want to picture that.
That's how I feel.
And you know,
She had plans.
that's how I want to go out. All right, so yeah, that's how.
But she went out with a bang.
Clarify that. Let me clarify it. Could I put my clothes back on? At least
Oh,
you put the
man.
sheet on me. Like, how would you be what? Put my clothes. Could you at least put the clothes back on me? Yeah. Make sure you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I just make sure I'm propped up right now. Make me right.
Marcella said, "Where the handcuff marks?"
Yes, girl. You know they there.
You know they had them.
You know. So what I'm thinking and what I'm wondering, because this is definitely another fun topic that has my curiosity. 72 hours, right? You all think Jayla heard the note I'm gonna ask. Y'all think Thelma was the only one getting stuck for 72 hours?
No. Not at all.
Yeah, I don't think they was just using her mouth and other stuff.
Not for 72
No
hours.
fucking. Now I'm gonna salute her for real, but I don't think so. I got a feeling that Albert, Thelma's husband, or it could have been Jebediah, that he tell Albert, cause man, I seen some stuff here recently.
Really though.
Now I'm just like, you know what? You can't judge anyone by anything because you don't know nothing. You got to treat everybody like you don't know nothing. Because truth is, you don't know what a person likes, don't like. And I have learned I don't judge. Now, I might clutch my pearls, but I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you, but I might be like, oh, okay, I didn't think that far. Wow. But some people are into things that others goes down to. Marcella said, experience talking girl from the dead. Right, you gonna definitely have experience talking from the dead. She talking from the dead. Because right here, I'm telling you, I got a feeling that Albert is definitely
They had to be close enough to be able to both and be involved in that.
Really though. And you got to think about their age and how wrinkly things are.
They were not.
You got to really accept somebody for that, and especially to add another wrinkly guy into that scenario.
They were best
That is so doggone crazy. So crazy. But I most definitely think that there was some extra stuff going down. And I feel for his doggone fam. Because, child, what man? This man's kids had to find him. Jebediah. His kids that had to find him over to the neighbors. Now, you used to tell them that you was over there helping them work on the house. Dumb shit like that. They came over there and found you naked. And so that's the thing that you gotta remember. When you find somebody in that position, they can't counter and debate anything that you are standing there and saying. They gone.
Yep.
So whatever story you finna create is
It's gonna be
kind of what it is.
Yeah.
And then if they got real video evidence,
Can you imagine being the police officers assigned to this case that had to sit down and literally watch all of the hours of evidence?
Oh,
Yeah, you would be. Yeah, you be fast forward. You be having it on fastest speed you possibly could.
But then that makes it worse. Fast forward, it just makes it even worse. It just speeds it up. So you watch it, it's 10 times faster than you would earlier.
here's another question.
And I'm supposed to be normal speed.
Oh my God.
How much that bag?
Oh, you're right.
What were you going to say? Question.
If you've been doing it for 72 hours, how many times do you think they was able to actually fulfill something?
Oh, child, once.
72 hours.
3 tries.
They had a couple misfires in that.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, what's the point of 72 hours worth of miss shots?
It was the thrill of doing it. I think it was the thrill of doing it. I think it was the thrill of doing it. Yep, that's what I think. It was honestly the thrill. So apparently, I don't know if this was a real one either, but it tickles me, so why not? Apparently, there is a elderly couple that burned their house down to the ground accidentally with a 75-year-old flamethrower.
Wait a minute.
Question. Where did they get a flamethrower from?
75 years ago.
Wait, I take that back because 200 is giving out flamethrower. Tesla, he's actually giving.
Well, apparently, Maurice Fogarty, 96-year-old Maurice Fogarty, was one of the lucky recipients to receive one of these flamethrowers. He called 911 and told them that he had torched the house with napalm while having sex with his wife. OMG, you all won't believe what he says. He told me he was penetrating his wife with his M1 as usual, but got too excited and activated the flamethrower.
Oh.
He kept repeating that everything was burning, and I could hear his wife screaming behind him. Still couldn't believe this could be real. They were transported to the hospital to be treated for psychological shock caused by the event, but they weren't. They're not going to face any criminal charges, but they're going to have some problems when it comes to claiming their insurance. Because damage caused by the use of weapons during sex games, they don't cover that. How treat the M1? Oh, so he took one in there and put it in and out of her mustache. Yeah, babe. Girls like, there's some girls who like some interesting stuff inside their mustache. And so when I be on them sites, I got to throw a out. What's that?
He like, remember they
That is the truth.
I said that.
You be like, not today.
Okay, how about the judge over that? That's too much.
too explicit.
That's it. But oh, let me tell you. He might see this because he does follow me now on Facebook. But I have an ex-co-worker who builds, puts together guns and stuff in World War I. I ain't gonna say his name, but
He knows who he is.
if he's watching, salute. Cause I ain't gonna say his name. Cause I don't know how much it is. All of that. He could get away with it, but I don't know how much all of this on that, but I ain't gonna put him out there like this. We talk about my need to have some death. So, but yeah, people do that. They go to the gun shows and stuff, buy fights, together. So it is possible. It's very, very, very possible. Very. I'm really just thrown at this whole threesome with this 86-year-old couple. I'm just like, how?
They living better than that.
They just living their best life.
How in the world?
Happy.
How in the world? Oh no, it's something. Yeah, that situation. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else on here that I was going to talk about. Okay, yeah. So I am seeing this, and I'll jump on that for just a second. Cardi B filing for divorce from Offset. A part of me thinks that because she's got these child support issues, she's trying to separate her assets, which she is. Salute, because I tell anybody I know that I care about. I would tell you, say Georgia anyway, and this is where they were married. Yeah, they'll go after you say so. Do what you do. I read something that said allegedly at Culture's birthday party had one of his chicks that he had cheated and her come to the party. I think Cardi found out after the fact. She should do that.
Yes, she should.
But I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just being real.
Did publicly to get her back.
Exactly.
Say it again for the people in the bike. Like dead ass. Like he did all this cap. So if she's deciding to do that, salute to her. If she decides to stay, salute. I'm not gonna judge you. I understand relationships, and I totally get it, especially when you have a child involved. She got the money to do whatever she want to do. She should keep it. She got, she's more of a brand than he is. Sorry, I mean, Migos right now. My guy Takeoff, unfortunately, got this rape case situation. Quavo. and Offset, he got several things going on. And I saw something the other day that said it would suck to be a Migo right now. They just got a lot going on over there, so he's not having the best day. But he posted up this picture with his shoes off, said "Grind don't stop." He right, because we grind fetish. I always say he grind fetish. Grind don't stop. But I mean, you do what you got to do. They got a lot of properties that they're going to have to deal with because they bought several houses on the street down here in Foxborough, along with the house that they were living in here, but they now are renting out her the place out in Cali for like $15.
Wow.
They've been out there. So, let me tell you something. I think that this pandemic done help people understand how money in their house really goes. Some of these people that had some wild spending habits, and that stuff is catching up with some of these. Because, what? Like, what? So, salute to them. Either way, I don't have a whole lot on that topic. Not a whole lot. Okay. So, I think I have another threesome story. But hold on, I'm reading it real quick to see if it's too sad. I'm not gonna read it. It's not the same. Nah, they did bad stuff. That's gonna be sad. Okay. So apparently, there was a Russian man who died in 2009 after completing a 12-hour orgy with El Pal. They had bet him, as my girl T.S. Madison say, my God, today. I like when she said it. Marcella said, yeah, threesome. Look, I talk about this all night now. These girls bet him, his friends bet him $4,000. He could not keep going for half a day. So he did a 12-hour orgy with him. And then minutes after he completed the bet, he died of a heart attack. Why? Because he took a huge quantity of Viagra to prepare him for the task. What an idiot!
What's with people in Viagra?
Dude!
You were only having sex for 12 hours, not 12 years. Yeah, Marcella Orgy. Like, this man done took a doggone, he done took probably a bottle of pills for 12 hours. That's what them old people did. That's why I said Jebediah people. Jebediah as fuck that he Jebediah people. Call me. I'm gonna help y'all get that money. This man bet $4,000. He bet his female friends $4,000, but he couldn't do it for half a day. So he did it and died. So well, here's the question: do you get your money back? He didn't. He lost the bet. He died.
He did it then.
Oh no, he lost. He lost.
I mean, but they say he completed it first,
He lost.
then died.
He lost.
I would say, well,
He
that,
lost. He lost.
He flew.
He lost. Get out of here.
He ain't winning.
Fuck out of here. We didn't say
That is so sad. All that work for nothing.
No one even spares nothing. Like,
So there is a 51-year-old woman who allegedly smothered her lover to death inside a mobile home.
Wow.
She was drunk and claimed she didn't know how he died, even though a witness claimed to have seen her crush his face with her chest.
goodness. All right.
so with all these extra people,
Like, questions that need answers, like, yes,
Right.
what extra people
Really
doing?
though.
Like,
well, because he likes that. He likes the motorboat.
She said she heard this one.
That's crazy. My stomach said she heard that one. That's crazy. All right. I got a sperm bank heart attack.
oh, come on.
There was a trainee doctor of Chinese who died of a heart attack in 2011. This don't make no damn sense. After overexerting himself while producing a sample of sperm at the sperm bank. Are you fucking kidding me? The 23-year-old was pronounced dead at the scene of China, right, like I said, China's Wuhan University, where he had spent he had spent 2 hours inside of this booth, having already visited 4 times that week. He was getting paid.
Oh, he definitely was getting that money.
Killer sex. That's what I said. Yeah, this segment is killer sex. Because that's all I'm talking about. These are, everyone dies in what I'm talking about. Sorry, I should have said that. Killer sex episode. Yeah, this is killer sex. So yeah, he had been going. He had been going to the sperm bank, getting the little $50. He's been there 4 times that week. And obviously,
Bro,
he was too. Oh well, no. We here at the party team do not judge those
You are.
populations and culture. He was trying to help those.
Okay.
He was trying to see better, and he was trying to do a little change. Right? Yep. The problem is, after 30 minutes, bruh, you should have knew it just ain't gonna happen today. But what is he doing?
Try again tomorrow.
After 2 hours, man died trying to get that nut. Died. And it wasn't even a girl in the room. Jerk off killer. You said it, Marcella.
Oh, wrong.
2 hours long.
Ah!
No, I said
Yeah.
wrong. Again, for doing that for 2 hours.
Guess
like,
what? I got the answer to our story about dude who cheated on the wife. First of all, he was a police officer. And it was the wife who sued. And it was her who won the $3 million.
Oh wow.
So the answer to I think earlier, it was the wife, and she did get the money. She
Okay,
did get the
okay,
money.
okay.
What's up, dude?
What's the
Good for
wife?
her. She got that change. Okay. A man was crushed by a mountain of pornographic magazines. A Japanese man.
Oh, no, it's Japanese.
Killer Bad
I'm
Habits?
saying right. A Japanese man who was 50 years old was found 6 months. He was found 6 months.
Wait a minute.
6 months
But nobody can.
after his 13,000-pound stash of porn magazines fell on him.
Nobody smelt that.
Well, that guy's over there and just saying it's gonna turn my head the other way. Mind my business.
I guess he has some very bad killer bad habits.
But for 6 months?
6
But
months.
nobody
That
can.
They don't
Well, y'all heard what I said. It is a 13,000 pound.
They had to dig through that.
Wow.
Apparently, the cleaners who were tasked with tidying up his apartment said the entire apartment was crammed with explicit magazines. He was a former car manufacturer. And it is unknown whether he had a heart attack and then fell into the stack of pornography magazines or was actually crushed. Could have been either way. Sucks. All right. There was a couple who obviously had been up on a roof, up the ladder to the roof. That's Leave It Single. They did a little episode putting around on the roof. So they were up on the roof, getting it in, having a quickie. This is why I told you I don't fuck around with these goddamn quickies. So they were in South. They were from South Carolina. I'm not sure if this is where it took place, but they fell. They were on top of an office building. They were cheating. They were on top of an office building. They were on top of an office building naked, and apparently fell from the building and were found by a taxi driver, both 21, found by a taxi driver in the middle of an otherwise empty street at 5 a.m. in the morning. Their clothes,
They thought they were slick at 5 a.m.
their
go
clothes,
in the office building or a car, a parking garage.
it's cameras in there. Cameras.
That and Daredevil like YOLO.
Because if you fell off the roof,
How you
then
feel?
what are you doing?
Having sex. Their clothes were later found on the roof of the nearby building.
No, what kind of? I'm
Wow.
saying, but what
On the edge.
Oh, hell.
Why on the edge? That's the most.
Daredevil like YOLO.
You think about it. What?
Think
Anyway,
about
first, we're
your
not supposed to be
generation.
doing this, and second, we're gonna do it on the edge. This is gonna be the best nut ever, girl. Alright. I didn't even get it. Alright, in 2013, over in Zimbabwe, there was a couple that was attacked by a lion after having sex in nature. Here's what's jacked up. Here's what's jacked up. Here is what's fucked up. Fuck that, because we're on part 2. Here's what's fucked up. The lion killed the female after he interrupted them. And that fuck nigga managed to run away before he could get killed.
So he left her basically.
Left her like a bitch. Notified the police and said he happened to only be wearing a condom. And they found her mauled body at the scene of the attack.
Wow. Now I'm gonna try to help. I'm gonna try to grab. I'm gonna do something. But I'm gonna run.
That's a typical BAN move.
And you know what? He probably came and she didn't. Moving on, smother.
Ooh, she not lying though.
That's how it happened. He probably caught his and saw the lion, panic and ran.
I'm positive. And then here's one where maybe this was supposed to happen for me. There was a sick neo-Nazi role-playing session that ended up having a 38-year-old man die. This also happened to the actor Robert Carradine. Is it Robert his name? Who was in Kill Bill? That was the last movie he was in. This sexual asphyxiation where you damn near wanted to be choked to death while you coming. That's what happened with this guy. This guy liked to hang. He was a hanging enthusiast. And he had a noose fitted around his neck while his lover played the part of a Nazi executioner. And she hung him as a part of the sex game. Unfortunately, the knife that she planned to cut him down with was blunt, so he was left to suffocate at his house.
Meaning she didn't try hard enough. Even with a dog.
I watched enough CSI episodes to know you don't do that. Because as you just said, if somebody don't want to be yeah.
You keep cutting, you can eventually cut it. She didn't try.
She
didn't care.
Robert Carradine, that's how he passed away, or Carradine, that's how he passed away. Choked to death. I think over in Asia, this is a white man. Over from Kill Bill. He played, come on, y'all. The old guy. What's that goddamn character's name?
Old dude?
You know who I'm talking about? Yeah, in Kill Bill.
The old main antagonist, Bill.
Bill. He played Bill. Right. He played Bill. Yeah, that's how he died. Over in Asia. And that same shit. Been hanging himself while he fucking. Got choked to death. I do remember that. Cause I said, damn. See, people don't be thinking about the fact that sometimes your dirty secret end up coming to the light because you die behind it. See, that's a dirty little secret of his that we only know about because he died. Yeesh McGeesh.
I'm clear on that.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Oh Lord.
So there's this guy, and he says that he's German. He drinks 7 pints of his own urine a day.
So
Why? The 26-year-old says it is the body's own vaccination. What? He claims that drinking his urine can ward off illnesses and mitigate depression.
Nope.
He is a sports coach and student, and he streams his ill-advised ritual on Instagram and YouTube in the hopes that others will follow suit. Now, here's something funny. He also applies pee to his skin, eyes, and his ears.
I saw a video.
Via syringe. We know someone who puts pee on his face, piss face ass, bitch ass nigga. You know what it is. I wasn't here when they seen you, but if I had been, you know what it is. They seen you at Walmart with that slop ass, fat asshole that you was scamming off of, sitting on the cash register and self checkout. You might not be seeing this, but one of your little bitch ass friends might be. So you can let them know I said it. Little piss ass face. I see this little bitch ass walk past my car at McDonald's parking lot, and I let him live because he was pissy and I didn't want it on me. Because he was pissy like this guy. These guys are disgusting. They claim that this piss on their face keeps them from getting sick, and this nigga say it give him energy to where he only has to sleep 4 to 7 hours a night. Don't they tell you to get 8? So why does he feel like he's so special with 4? All right, anyway.
Wow.
Let me tell you, face people can get under your skin because they got piss on theirs.
He say, I have a better quality of life since doing this. He says that urine has everything the body needs.
No, the hell it don't.
Exactly.
Everything you don't need on your body.
Like,
If it was something you needed, it would never come out.
exactly.
He said he's continued the practice because he's had massive mental improvements. It's very natural and accessible for every human being. However, despite reportedly improving his quality of life, he admits it's all about balance. I have to remind myself that I still live in this society, whose girlfriend has yet to comment publicly on this time. But you know what, Elika? Here's what he said. It doesn't matter what anybody else says or thinks because you are only here for your own experience anyway.
She already said what she thinks, puppy.
Shoot that piss up in your face. Apparently there's a Facebook group of all these weirdos who say that drinking one's own urine eliminates illness. And they encourage people to wash their feet in it. A Maryland painter has even likened the taste to coconut water. Now, he's full of shit, and I said that.
And because he drank a whole lot of coconut water and it was coming out the other way.
That's disgusting. No way.
BuzzFeed of women take their own period.
Yes.
I didn't even want to.
That's right here. That's insane.
I think something like that.
Yeah. I figured I'm gonna just rock it off at that. We're just gonna top it off at that because I'm ready to get into my spaghetti then. I probably shouldn't segue to the spaghetti after I talk about the period blood thing, but we ain't got none of that. If you didn't get a chance, I would suggest take a little chance and go watch Patty and Gladys's. Oh wow! Marcella said, "Ask R. Kelly about the golden showers and the skin." I ain't drank my piss. Your piss, no piss. Sam, I am not. That's right. You are correct. We are not doing any of that because that's just that. We ain't doing none of that mix. So nah. I'm gonna wrap it up here. And I'm just gonna say, didn't get a chance to watch the verses between Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight. Do so. It was great. My spirit felt so great watching them love each other. And, so Gladys, ooh, that lady, her voice sounds just as rich as it did 40 years ago. And I'm dead. That lady sat and sang and sounded as if she was standing up in some concert. Like, you can tell she is a natural performer. I was like so blown. I'm gonna be honest, I think she might have set a new level for how they do these verses because ain't too many other people who really, to my knowledge, like sang they stuff, and she sang every one of her songs. Some of her songs, she didn't even have the vocals on it. It was just her singing to it live. So big salute. But it was so great. It fed my soul. It was like watching two of my grandmas and aunties kicking it and love on each other and stuff. It was lit. I loved it. But other than that, we out. I'm trying to come up with a couple of ideas to do a little bit more content, to have a little bit more time and working out with everything else that's going on. But we here, we in the building, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. I'm not gonna go to bed tonight because I'm really busy. And I shouldn't have made drinks for my peoples because somebody over there knocked over her drinks and then just let it. Because I was thinking we was going to eat while we was doing this. And I ain't even checked back with her to see if she had checked on me because they still.
Oh, they good.
Yeah, we ready to eat. So we going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm ready to eat. I got to get on back into this kitchen because she didn't want MJ just sat on down and retired for it. Yes, Patty took them
Yeah.
shoes off like she always does. I love the both of them, like truly, truly. Patty, she's like an auntie in my head, and the way that Gladys was on there, I want her to be my grandma. She seems like she is so fun, so lit. She has such a little fun sense of humor. She seems like she jokes a lot. Like in her house is a lot of laughter. That's the way she sings. And Auntie Patty with all that period poo, she said, "Go out and vote." Period poo. And then she said something else. Yes, auntie. Like, it was so dope. What it showed you is that age, yeah, like, age is timeless. You could be you. It's just a number and a mind, a state of mind. You be stay you and never feel like you gotta fall into somebody else's book with your shit. Other than that, I'm gonna get out of here and get something to eat. And we're gonna kick it, pop a little shit for a minute. I will put up something because I'm keeping our spirits up. I'm gonna put on an episode of probably Flavor of Love for Mom to watch me because I want to watch. I'm loving watching her, showing her these retro shows and seeing her reaction. And I want to watch something. So, we out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Marcella, as usual, thank you. I lost East Point Stevie J somewhere along the way. Trying to story of my life. But we out, and until next time, I may do tomorrow. Possibly, I gotta check. I don't think we have anything scheduled. I don't know. I'll see. I want to try to set myself up to do something at least 1 hour every Thursday, Friday will be straight up the party team and shenanigans. Maybe every other day. And that'll just kind of be personal. So, I don't know. You guys know. But I'm out. I appreciate y'all. I ain't gonna lie, tonight I didn't even keep up with some of the numbers, but I appreciate what we looking at right now. So salute to y'all. Thank y'all. And until next time.